So today we're going to talk about missing numbers in subtraction problems. And we're going to specifically look at the middle number being the missing number, and most importantly, finding the difference between two numbers. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that on an first of all. So remember when we said before that when we are subtracting, we're moving over to the left because the numbers get smaller. So today we're going to look at the difference between two numbers instead. So we've got 10 take away something equals 8. So what this problem is telling us is if we take away a number of them, we have 8 left, but we need to find out what that number is. So it's asking us to find out what's the difference between 10 and 8, or 8 and... So I'm going to circle both of those numbers on my number line here, and I've got the number 10 here. As you can see, they're actually really close together, aren't they? So I'm going to use a different colour pen and I'm going to jump between them. I'm going to go 1, 2. So I've bridged 8 and 10. I've made sure that they are now connected, and I'm going to see how many jumps I've got between them. So I've got 1 and 2. So that must tell me that 10 take away 2 equals 8. Now I'm just going to make sure that my answer is correct. I'm going to use cubes to do that. So I'm going to get my 10 cubes, which are here. I'm going to take away 2 now. I'm going to see if I've got 8 left. So let me take away these 2. Let's see if I've got 8 left. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 cubes left means that I've done that one correctly. Let's try that again with 10 take away blank equals 5. So I'll just get rid of that one. And our two numbers for today, for this one, sorry, are, got 5 and we've got 10. So I've marked those out, a number line, and now I'm going to jump between them and see how many jumps I've got, because I'm finding out what's that difference. What is the difference between those two? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've reached my 10. So once I've reached my 10, then I stop jumping. So let's count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps in between 10 and 5. So that means that 10 take away 5 must be 5. Now let's check that one out just to make sure that we got it correct. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So I'm going to just double check. 10 take away 5 equals 5. So I've got 10 here. I'm going to take away my 5. 2, 4 and 5. Put them away. What have I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I've done that one correctly. So looking at bigger numbers, because if we're going to be using objects to solve calculations with bigger numbers like these, then to lose track, we're going to need far too many. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an empty number line here. Okay. And we're going to find the difference between 49 and 24. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 24 at the front of my number line here. And I'm going to count up until I get to 49. I'll do then. So, looking at 24, can I add a 10? Will that be too many? No, it won't. Which is 34. Could I add another 10, bringing me to 44? Would I have gone too far? Nope. So I'm going to add another 10, which brings me to 44. Can I add another 10 onto 44 to bring me to 54, or will I have gone too far? I will have gone too far, won't I? So I'm going to start adding in ones now until I get to 49. I'm going to go 1, which is 45. Add another one, 46. Add another one, 47. Another one, 48. And another one, 49. And once I've got to my 49, then I stop. And I'm going to count how many jumps I've done. So very similar to what we did on this number line here. When we counted the jumps between the numbers, I'm going to do the same thing here. So I've got a 10 and a 10, which is 20. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 20 equals 25. So that number in the middle there must be 25 equals 24. Let's try another one. Let's have a look at 428. Sorry. Take away something equals 13. So again, empty number line. Number, which is my 13 at the front here, and I'm just going to count up until I get up to 28. So I can add 10, because 10 will bring me to 23, and I'm not even close to 28 yet with that. Can I add another 10 to bring me to 33, or would that be too much? It'll be too much. So I'm going to start. I get to 28. Making sure that my jumps are nice and clear. Keeping going until I get to 28. And here we are. So now I'm going to count up my jumps. So I've got 10. I've only got one 10 this time. So I've got 10. I'm going to add my 1, 4, 5. 10 plus 5 is 15. So 28 take 13. Okay, let's try one with even bigger numbers and crossing boundaries of 10. So like we spoke about before, we're going to be looking at crossing that 10 boundary and targeting our 10s. So 87 take away something is 49. Just like before, I'm going to pop my 49 there. I'm going to count up to 87. Now, this time I'm going to count in multiples of 10. So, 49, can I add 1 10? Can I add 20? Can I add 30? Can I add 40? Will I have added too much? So, adding 10 gives me 59. Adding 20 gives me 69. Adding 30 gives me 79. Adding 40 gives me 89. So, adding 40 will take me 2 bar. So, I'm going to add 30, which gives me 79. Now, I'm going to target my 10s like before. So I'm targeting my next 10, which is 80. And that gives me 1 to add on. Then I'm just going to do one jump of 7 to bring me to 87. So adding up what I've done, so I've got 30 plus 1 plus 7 is 38. So my answer, 87, take away 38 equals 49. We'll try one more of those, bridging, targeting 10 ones. So I this time, 78, take away blank equals 29. Again, draw my empty number line, pop my 29 at the beginning, and I'm going to count up until I get to 78. So, again, adding in multiples of 10, adding a 10 would give me 39, 20 would give me 30 would give me 59, adding 40 would give me 69, and adding 50 would give me 79, but I would be going a little bit too far. So I'm going to add 40, which brings me to 69. I'm going to add on my 1 to get me to 70. I've got 8 left to get to, so I'm just going to add on my 8 to get to 78. Adding on my 40 plus 1 plus 8, which gives me 49. And there is my answer. 78 minus 49 equals 29.